What's up, guys? Gons here for the Face Like the Sun YouTube channel. I'm really pumped because in a few days here, Dr. Michael Heiser is going to visit my neck of the woods. I've put together a seminar with Dr. Heiser, and he's going to go through some things that he's been looking at and researching, all having to do with the supernatural context of the Old Testament and the New Testament, and he's going to break it down this Saturday. And actually, you know, it's kind of a pointless promo in some sense because we're packed out. The room holds close to 100 people, and we already have 83 people signed up, and it'll be snug to get everybody inside. But I know most of you are sitting there going, man, I can't make it out to Orange County this weekend. There's no way I can see this. Well, I am going to film this whole thing and put it out probably hour by hour, so you guys can also get what Dr. Heiser digs into in this seminar this weekend. So it's just going to take a few more days for me to put it all together, but the information will get out there. So don't fret if you can't make it to this free event here. But I wanted to share with you a video that Dr. Heiser just published, which really is at the heart of why his work is so important in this sort of Christian alternative community. He is the one that is giving some hard credibility to the whole Nephilim idea, the whole supernatural idea, supernatural entities interacting with mankind as part of a large narrative of the Bible that is completely ignored by most scholarly and even your Christians out there who basically, kind of know the Bible. They call themselves cultural Christians, or people that go to church but don't really dig in. They hold on to different worldviews from that which the Bible teaches. And the stuff we're saying, which talks about the Nephilim, these supernatural aspects and qualities, are huge in answering some of the biggest questions that people have brought up in opposition to the Bible, especially the Old Testament. And I'm talking strictly in this video's case about genocide. And people have always brought up, hey, why does God allow genocide? Why does he tell the Israelites to wipe out entire tribes in the ancient Middle East? Why? That's complete evil. That is completely unnecessary. It is evidence for a terrible, evil God. Well, if you place this pretty large piece of the puzzle, the Nephilim, the sons of God, Genesis 6, the divine council paradigm, when you plug it into the equation, it makes a lot more sense why. And Dr. Heiser is showing scholastically here. He is a linguistics scholar. He reads the original documents that the stuff was written, and that's where he draws some of his conclusions. And if you take that into account in the cultural setting and understanding what the ancient Israelite would have been thinking based on their worldview when they were reading some of these passages, how they would have understood what the reason was for all this, a lot of things start to click, from Old Testament to New Testament to passages that were ignored, to even Jesus's ministry and some of the things he said, some of the things he did in various places that provide deeper meaning in relation to all these events that are ignored. In Genesis 6, you got Genesis 10 as well, the Table of Nations. Why did Jesus send 70? That's another topic that alludes to all this. So it all begins to tie together. And then placing the proper context back into the Bible affects us today in a very growingly interesting and strange world where technology, transhumanism, science, all those things we talk about is going on, but also the economic stuff, the New World Order, all that conspiracy stuff going on, the mysterious paranormal side of things with entities. And that's where things really get interesting with ghosts, demons, aliens, angels, all these topics that are very much part of culture today. How all those things interact with a proper understanding of the Bible really makes the Bible much more powerful in all of its messaging, from all the stuff that you get on a regular Sunday about your life and how to treat it and what to do, all the way to the conceptual parts, the intellectual parts, and, understanding some of the more nuances and the powerful keys to answering various questions that are very tough to answer about the Bible. I've been blessed by Dr. Heiser's work, and I hope you are blessed as well. Check out this video. Have an awesome day. God bless.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Heiser, author of The Unseen Realm, Recovering the Supernatural Worldview of the Bible. One of the more controversial things that Bible students, Christians, Bible readers, real serious people about Scripture, who have a high view of Scripture, get thrown at them is the idea that the conquest event was this indiscriminate, repugnant, awful genocide. And that's the term that'll be used. It's genocide, that the God of Israel endorsed genocide in the Old Testament. Now, there's no doubt the conquest was violent. We have the descriptions. We know the story. But there's actually a very particular rationale to why, in certain instances, in certain locations, certain points of the overall conquest effort, God told the Israelites to basically annihilate a population in a certain place. It's not indiscriminate. It didn't happen everywhere. there are different verbs used of the conquest effort, most of which do not involve killing everyone. But there is one particular Hebrew verb that is behind that idea, and that is only used in particular instances. Now you ask, well, what were those instances? What's the rationale? Why this place and not another place? Why did God command it here and not there? What were they thinking? What motivated this? Well, the short answer is that the conquest annihilation segment, that part of it, was really motivated by a belief among the Israelites that certain peoples in the land, and I'm talking about the giant clans here, certain population groups were supernatural in origin, raised up by other gods. The longer answer, and sort of how it plays out in the conquest account, and why it would make sense to an ancient reader, is a subject that you'll see covered in great detail in The Unseen Realm.